Girls? Yes. All right. Now, welcome to the Primary 3 Storytelling Competition. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Very good. Now, today we have Madam Siti and Mrs. Chen as your judges. Okay. And then you have the stage to yourself. All right. You can use the mic, you can bring it up, you can bring it down, you can hold on to it like that when you are presenting your story. Is that clear? All right. Before I start, I'll just remind you about a few things. Now, your storytelling is about my favorite story, right? Okay. And then please remember the rules. You have to keep your story to about 3 to 5 minutes, right? Please speak clearly, talk closely to the mic, right? Use different voices for different characters, show your expression with your face and body actions, and look at the audience. All right? If you have props, use your props. But what's most important, have fun in this storytelling competition. So, without further ado, let's start with primary one. Yes, what do you want? Uh huh. Can. Later, when you are going up to stage, you put it on, okay? All right. So, let's start with primary 3A. Okay? We will have Muhammad Habibullah and Muhammad Hanis to start the competition. Come, boys, let's go up the stage. Okay, when you are ready, you may begin.
Both of us. As soon as I introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Hanis from 3A1. I'm gonna read for you a story and my friend. Soon as Joe and the others saw what was Moonface was doing, they did the same. Down you go, said Joe, and the soon as Joe and the others saw what Moonface was doing, they did the same. Down you go, said Joe to a big teddy bear. Giving him a good push, and down he went. A push for you, yelled Rick, to a big red doll, and down the slide went the doll. Soon the children could do no more pushing because they were giggling. It was so funny to see the toys rushing in, then began rushing in. Pushed down the slide, shrieking and kicking, but after a while, no more toys came. And Moonface shut his door and flung himself on his curved bed and laughed till the tears went down his cheek. What will the toys do? Asked Jake at last. Climb back up the tree to the land of toys, said Moonface, drying his eyes. Well, see them out of my window. They won't cause us any more trouble. After about an hour, the toys began to come past Moonface's window, slowly as if they were tired. Not one of them tried to open the door and get into Moonface's house. They're afraid that they don't get back to their land at once. It will move move away, said Silky. Let's sit here and watch them all and have a few googles, buns and popcakes. I'm so sorry to have caused all this trouble, said the saucepan man, and I didn't bring anything to eat either. I thought the land of toys was the land of goodies. Because one of the first things I saw was that shop selling toffee, and in the land of goodies, you can just take anything you like without paying for it. So of course I went right into the shop and began to empty some toffees out of a box. That's why they put me into jail. It was dreadful. Oh, I was glad to hear Joe singing. I knew at once that you would try to rescue me. The end.
Thank you very much, Honey. So, Habi, pula your turn, is it? Okay, we'll listen to you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Habibullah from 3A2. Today we are going to read to you a book titled The Faraway Tree. This was a very long speech for Saucepan to make. He looked so unhappy and sorry that everyone forgave him for making such a silly mistake. Cheer up, Saucepan, said Moonface. The land of goodies will soon come along and we'll all go and visit it. Not just you, and we'll have the biggest feast we have ever had. Oh, but do you think we should? Began Joe. Honestly, we seem to get into a fix every time we go up the ladder. I'll make quite sure that the land of goodies is there, said Moonface. Nothing can go wrong if we visit it. Don't be afraid. I must say, Joe, you and Wick and Saucepan look very grand in your soldier's uniform. Are you always going to wear them? Oh, I forgot we haven't got our proper clothes, said Joe. Mother will be cross if we leave them in the land of toys. We left them under a bush near the fort. And I left my lovely kettles and saucepans in the fort, said Saucepan in a sad voice. I feel funny without them. I don't like being a soldier. I want to be a saucepan man. I'd like you to be our dear old saucepan man too, said Silky. It doesn't seem you somehow dressed like that, but I don't see how we are going to get anything back. Surely none of us is going back into the land of toys again. Just then, three sailor dolls, last of all the toys, came climbing slowly up the tree. They were crying. The sailor clothes were torn and soaking wet. The Moonface opened his door. "What's the matter?" he asked. "What's happened to you?" "Awful things," said the first sailor. "We climbing up the tree when we saw a very angry Pixie flew out at us and pushed us off the branch. The faraway tree was growing thorns and just there, and they tore our clothes to bits. And then a whole lot of washing water came pouring down the tree on top of us and soaked us. So we feel dreadful. If only we could get some new clothes." The end.
Okay, thank you. The two of you can come down. We'll now invite 3A Nur Akisha up on stage. Come, Akisha. Okay, Akisha, are you ready? Once you're ready, you may begin, okay?
Hello everyone. My name is Akisha and I'm going to read to you a story called Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum thought her name was absolutely perfect, and then she started school. On the first day, Chrysanthemum wore her sunniest dress and brightest smile. She ran all the way. "Hooray!" said Chrysanthemum. "School!" But when Mrs. Chalk took roll call, everyone giggled upon hearing Chrysanthemum's name. "It's so long," said Joe. "It scarcely fits on your name tag," said Rita, pointing. "I'm named after my grandmother," said Victoria. "You're named after a flower." Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think that her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and informed Mrs. Todd that Chrysanthemum's name was spelled with 13 letters. "That's exactly half as many letters and there are in the entire alphabet," Victoria explained. "Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria," said Mrs. Chow. "Now put your head down." "If I had a name like yours, I would change it," said Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. "I wish I could," thought Chrysanthemum miserably. "Welcome home," said her mother. "Welcome home," said her father. "School is no place for me," said Chrysanthemum. "My name is too long. It scarcely fits on my name tag, and I'm named after a flower." "Oh, pish," said her mother. "Your name is beautiful, and precious, and priceless, and fascinating, and winsome," said her father. "It's everything you are," said her mother. "Absolutely perfect," said her father. Chrysanthemum felt much better after her favorite dinner, macaroni and cheese with ketchup, and and evening filled with hugs and kisses and purchase. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that she was really a chrysanthemum. She sprouted leaves and petals. Victoria picked her and plucked her leaf and petals one by one until there was nothing left but a scrawny stem. It was the worst nightmare of Chrysanthemum's life. I'm going to end right here. What do you think will happen to Chrysanthemum? Do read the story called Chrysanthemum. And that was my favorite book, Chrysanthemum. The end.
Okay, thank you, Akisha. Can we give a round of applause for our 3A students? All right, now we will invite 3B students. Christabella and Shaliha.
Hello everyone, I am Christabella.
And I am Shaliha. We are from class 3B. Today, we are going to enchant you with a story entitled Baba Yaga the Witch.
Misha lived with her father and stepmother. Her stepmother hated Misha. Whenever Misha's father was at home, she would pretend to be sweet and kind. But whenever Misha's father was out all day, she would make Misha do all the work from day till night, doing all the housework. She only gave Misha scraps of dry bread and cheese to eat, and Misha grew thin and pale. One morning, the mother shouted, "I want to do some sewing, but I haven't any needles. You must go to my sister who lives in the forest and ask her to lend me some. Go at once, you lazy girl." It was one of her ways to get rid of Misha from the house.
Misha was very scared. She knew that there were bears and wolves in the forest. And that her stepmother's sister was a horrible witch called Baba Yaga. She was very ugly and had iron teeth. But Misha did as she was told. She took a piece of cheese and a bone with a little meat and tied them up in a handkerchief. Then she began to walk down the path to the forest. An hour later, Misha reached Baba Yaga's house. She opened the gate and stepped inside. A very thin dog came growling at her. "Horty," she said, "you look half starved." She quickly untied her handkerchief and gave the dog the bone. She patted its head and it looked with its huge dark eyes.
Misha pushed open another door. A very thin cat, snarling and spitting, leaped at her. "Poor thing," said Misha, "you look half starved." And she gave the cat the piece of cheese. The cat purred when Misha stroked his back. "Baba Yaga is out, but she'll soon be back. Go while you still have the chance to, or she'll eat you for supper," meowed the cat. But before Misha could even reach the door, she heard a swishing sound. Baba Yaga saw Misha and screeched. "What do you want?" she said. Misha was too frightened to speak, but managed to say, "Your sister sent me to borrow some needles." "Did she?" "Did she indeed?" cackled Baba Yaga. "Well, you have to wait until supper first. I'm going to have a bath," she croaked, gnashing her iron teeth before going into the bathhouse. "Quick, Misha, go now, or you'll never escape. Take the needles and also this towel and this comb. When Baba Yaga comes after you, throw down the towel first and then the comb. Now go." Misha thanked the cat and tiptoed to the door. The dog ran up to her but didn't bark. She ran down the path through the forest as fast as she could. Misha, Baba Yaga was furious with her cat and dog when she realized that Misha had left the house. She climbed on her broomstick and ran as fast as she could.
Misha threw down the towel and a great river appeared, flowing between her and Baba Yaga. She tried not to. She landed on the bank, screaming with anger. Then Misha threw down the comb and a thick thorny forest sprang up. Baba Yaga tried not to chew down the trees with her iron teeth, but could not do that. Then, frustratedly, Baba Yaga decided to return to her house in the forest.
Misha kept running and panting and gasping for air. Finally, she saw her house gleaming in the dark. Her father was standing outside, waiting for her. "Where have you been?" he asked, hugging her. "I was so worried for you." Through her tears, she told everything about Baba Yaga and had happened to her. Come in," said her father. "Father, don't be frightened anymore. I don't know what a horrible woman your stepmother is, but I soon see that she gets what she deserves."
Through the window, the stepmother saw Misha with her father. She quickly opened the back door and ran out into the forest. From then on, Misha lived happily ever with her father. No one knows what happened to the horrible stepmother. She was never ever seen again. The end. Aren't you glad that this story had a happy ending? We did, and we hope you enjoyed listening to our story.
Okay, thank you, Christabella and Shaliha. Can we now invite 3B, Akil and Malcolm?
A very good morning to our fellow schoolmates and teachers. I am Akil from 3B.
And I am Malcolm.
Today, we are going to tell you a story which both of us have enjoyed reading.
It's entitled The Snake Charmer.
Raj lived in a little white house near the Ganges River with his wife, Akbar. They were very poor but always happy. Raj earned his living as a snake charmer. Every morning, he would carry a pot with a deadly snake, his mat, and his pipe to the village square. There, he would unroll his mat, sit down, take off the lid, and start playing his pipe. People would come to watch. Slowly, the snake would poke its head out of the pot, swaying to the music. People knew it was a very poisonous snake, so they didn't come too close, but they did throw a few coins to Raj. At the end of the day, Raj would stop playing and the snake would disappear into the pot. Then Raj would carry the snake pot home.
One night after supper, Raj told his wife that he would go to town with the snake. He hoped that the town people would have more money to give him for his show. The next day, as soon as Raj reached the town, he sat down and started to play his pipe. The snake reared out of the pot. A huge crowd gathered around him. They laughed and cheered and tossed Raj lots of gold coins. He had never seen so much money in his life. In the evening, Raj gathered all the gold and packed his things to hurry home. He did not see a robber watching him. The robber followed Raj back to his home.
Raj showed his wife all the gold he had from the market. She was delighted. "We're rich! Now we'll be able to eat and I can have a new sari." "You're a very clever man," she cried, hugging Raj. She put the gold coins in a white pot. She did not notice the robber secretly watching her through the window. The robber left Raj's house and planned to steal the gold that night. The robber returned to Raj's house hours later and stole the white pot. I'm rich, he shouted, dancing around. Upon reaching his hut, he stole the white pot and I'm rich, I'm rich, he shouted, dancing around. Upon reaching his hut, he took off the lid. To his extreme shock, instead of gold, a deadly snake slither out. He was so frightened that he ran into the forest, never to be seen again.
In the morning, Raj found the white pot containing the snake missing. There's only one pot. There's only one pot here. Someone must have stolen it. He took the wrong pot, said Raj to his wife. I'm sure he will have a horrible surprise. Raj's wife laughed. Raj unrolled his mat outside the house, sat down, and started to play his pipe. After a little while, the snake came slithering along. Raj picked it up and dropped it into his pot. All ready for another day's work. We hope you have enjoyed listening to our story.
Have a good day ahead!
Okay, thank you, Akil and Malcolm. Now, let's give 3B students a huge round of applause. And we will now invite 3C. We will start with Joy.
Good morning. My name is Joy. Today, I am going to share with you my favorite book. The title is The Secret of the Fairies. It is written by Tia Sultan and illustrated by Sarah Ann. This book is about the Tia sisters on an expedition to the fantastical land of Erin. While they are searching for a missing friend, they learn that the land itself is in for real. The mouselets are ready to help. During their journey, they encounter fairies, pixies, and other magical creatures. Some are helpful, but some out to trick them. Can the Tia sisters save the land of Erin before it's too late? It is an adventure full of mystery and friendship. My favorite part of the story was when Tia sang out a strange cry. It was very high-pitched at first, and then became very low. Hundreds of birds flew over the Tia sisters. It reminds me of a rainbow and was such a beautiful sight. I like this book because it is full of adventures and popular with many readers. I recommend this book for readers who like mystery books. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joy. Can we now invite 3C Hui Yi?
Good morning, teachers and friends. My name is Hui Yi, and the story I am presenting today is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. It is written by J.K. Rowling. There is a young wizard called Harry in the story. There is a tournament called the Triwizard Tournament. There are 3 champions in the tournament. However, this year, Harry was chosen as the 4th. That shocked everyone. There are 3 unique tasks in the tournament. My favorite part of the book was the 3rd task. It was about a maze which went very smoothly. The maze twisted and turned. However, luckily, Harry managed to get to the trophy first. However, little did he know, the trophy is a portkey. A portkey is a magical object that can help transport people from one place to another. He was transported to Lord Voldemort, a man who killed his parents. They started dueling and cast many spells and charms. Suddenly, a golden light appeared and connected their wands together. Then, Harry's dead parents magically appeared. They encouraged Harry to keep fighting. In the midst of all the magic, Harry broke the golden thread and cast a spell causing the trophy to fly towards him. Eventually, he returned to Hogwarts safely. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you, Hui Yi. Can we give 3C students a round of applause? And now,
Good morning, teachers and friends. My name is Tong, and today I will be sharing with you a story about the floating stone. Once, there was a king who
who had a very beautiful daughter. He loved her so much, he would not let her marry. But the princess was not sad. She loved a handsome young shepherd and was glad that her father did not ask her to marry someone else. The years passed and the princess grew older. The king wondered if he had done something wrong. Maybe the princess should marry, he thought. He gathered all his ministers around him. The princess shall marry any man who can make a stone float in the air, he said. Everyone was astonished. But that's impossible, they cried. Some thought he was silly. Some just said, it's just his way to keep the princess by his side forever. The news spread from one person to another so fast that soon the whole world knew. Then many princes came together to try their luck. Now the princess was really sad. She ran to the shepherd and cried, "What shall we do?" "I don't know, but I'll find a way," answered the shepherd. For hours the shepherd thought and thought. Suddenly he remembered what a wise man had once told him. Size is the answer. The shepherd was very excited as he ran to the castle the next day. There was a long line of princes waiting to try their luck. What if one of them makes the stone float before I do? The shepherd worried. But there was no time to worry. The king sat in with the princess by his side. Then a small stone was brought in on a silver piece of cloth. "The only man who can make the stone float shall marry the princess," the king said. Everyone tried, but none of them could do it. At last, it was the shepherd's turn. "So you think you can marry the princess?" asked the king. "Yes, your majesty," answered the shepherd. "And how are you going to do it?" asked the king. "By signs, sir," answered the shepherd. The king was very curious. "Carry on," he said. The shepherd took out a hammer and pounded the stone until it was as fine as dust. Then he put it in his palms and blew it in the air. "There, your majesty," he said, "your stone floats." Everyone clapped and cheered, and even the king smiled. "You can marry her, shepherd," he said. "I only kept her with me until I could find someone wise." From this story, we can learn that even the biggest problems can be solved with clever thinking and knowledge. It also teaches us the importance of bravery and not giving up when things get tough. As Albert Einstein once said, "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity." So, let us seize every challenge as an opportunity to grow and learn. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ziheng. Now let's invite Luna from 3D.
Hello, judges, teachers, and my fellow friends. My name is Luna, and today I will be sharing with you about my favorite book called The Lion and the Hare. This book is about how a hare was able to escape from a lion from being eaten. Once upon a time, there was a lion who killed many animals to satisfy his hunger. "Please stop hunting. We will send you an animal every day for your meal," said the jungle animals. The lion agreed happily. So, one animal was sent to his meal. One day, it was the hare's turn to go to the lion. He took a long time reaching to the lion. The lion was angry. He asked the hare why he was so late. The hare acted wisely. He said that another lion had stopped him on his way here. "I escaped with great difficulty," he added. "Show me that lion. I will have him for dinner," the lion roared. So the hare brought the lion to a big well. The lion peered into the water and saw his own reflection. He thought it was the other lion. He jumped into the well to kill his own reflection. The lion was drowned. The jungle animals were rid of the cruel lion and lived happily ever after. The moral of the story is wisdom is better than strength. Thank you all for your time. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you, students of 3D. Can we give 3D students a round of applause? Now let's welcome 3E students, Louis and Vishnu.
Yes. A very good afternoon to my teachers, friends, fellow storytellers, and book lovers. I am Louis.
And I am Vishnu. Today we are going to share with you our favorite story titled The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
We are thrilled to take you on an enchanting journey through our story.
Are you ready to explore the depths of your imagination?
Well then, let the magic begin. There once was a shepherd boy who was bored as he sat on the hillside watching the village sheep. To amuse himself, he took a great deep breath and cried out,
Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is chasing my sheep!
The villagers came running up the hill to help the boy drive the wolf away. When they arrived at the top of the hill, they were confused as they found no wolf. The boy laughed at the sight of their angry faces.
Ha ha ha! You all fell for it! Cried the boy.
Angry, the villagers warned.
Don't cry wolf, shepherd boy, when there is no wolf!
They went grumbling back down the hill. The next day, the boy brought his sheep to graze the pasture at the top of the hill again. As he watched his sheep grazing on the grass, he grew extremely bored. He decided to pull the same prank on the villagers again. The boy cried,
Wolf! Wolf, help me! Help me! Save my sheep!
To his naughty delight, he watched gleefully as the villagers ran up the hill to help him drive the wolf away. When the villagers saw that there was no wolf, they sternly said,
Save your frightened song when there is really something wrong. Don't cry wolf when there is clearly no wolf.
But the boy just grinned and burst out laughing. He laughed at their faces and didn't stop laughing as he watched them go grumbling down the hill once more. That very afternoon, he saw a real wolf prowling about his flock. Alarmed, he leapt to his feet and cried out as loudly as he could,
Wolf! Wolf! Help me! Help me! The wolf is chasing my sheep!
The villagers heard the shepherd boy's cries, but this time they thought he was trying to fool them again, and so they didn't come. At sunset, everyone wondered why the shepherd boy hadn't returned to the village with their sheep. They went up the hill to find the boy. They found him weeping.
There really was a wolf here. The flock has scattered. Some of the sheep became the wolf's lunch. I cried wolf so many times. Why didn't you come?
The villagers told the boy that they thought he was trying to trick them again. The boy felt distraught and regretted his foolish actions. He learned that he should never cry wolf. Thank you.
Thank you for the entertaining performance. Can we welcome 3E Kiara?
A very good afternoon to my beloved teachers and fellow friends. I am Kiara from 3E, and today I am delighted to share with you my favorite story, titled Chicken Licken. Once upon a time, there was a little chicken called Chicken Licken. One day, an acorn fell from a tree and hit Chicken Licken on the head. Chicken Licken thought that the sky was falling down, so he ran off to tell the king. On the way, Chicken Licken met Henny Penny. Good morning, Chicken Licken, said Henny Penny. Where are you going in such a hurry? Oh, Henny Penny, said Chicken Licken, the sky is falling down and I am on my way to tell the king. Then I'd better go with you, said Chicken Licken. No, it said Henny Penny. So Chicken Licken and Henny Penny hurried on to tell the king that the sky was falling down. On the way, Chicken Licken and Henny Penny met Ducky Lucky. Good morning, Chicken Licken, said Ducky Lucky. Where are you going in such a hurry? Oh, Ducky Lucky, said Chicken Licken, the sky is falling down and we are on our way to tell the king. Then I'd better go with you, said Ducky Lucky. So Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, and Ducky Lucky hurried on to tell the king that the sky was falling down. On the way, Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, and Ducky Lucky met Drakey Lakey. Good morning, Chicken Licken, said Drakey Lakey. Where are you going in such a hurry? Oh, Drakey Lakey, said Chicken Licken, the sky is falling down and we are on our way to tell the king. Then I'd better go with you, said Drakey Lakey. So Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Drakey Lakey hurried on to tell the king that the sky was falling down. On the way, Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Drakey Lakey met Goosey Lucy. Good morning, Chicken Licken, said Goosey Lucy. Where are you all going in such a hurry? Oh, Goosey Lucy, said Chicken Licken, the sky is falling down and we are on our way to tell the king. Then I'd better go with you, said Goosey Lucy. So Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Lucy, and Drakey Lakey hurried on to tell the king that the sky was falling down. On the way, Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, and Goosey Lucy met Foxy Loxy. Good morning, Chicken Licken, said Foxy Loxy. Where are you all going in such a hurry? Oh, Foxy Loxy, said Chicken Licken, the sky is falling down and we are on our way to tell the king. I know where to find the king, said Foxy Loxy. You had better all follow me. So Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, and Goosey Lucy followed Foxy Loxy. Foxy Loxy led them straight into his den, where his wife and their little foxes were waiting for their dinners. So the foxes ate Chicken Licken, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, Goosey Lucy for their dinners. So Chicken Licken never found the king and told him that he thought that the sky was falling down. The moral of the story is, do not act recklessly and blindly follow your friends. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kiara. Now let's give a round of applause to our 3E students. Well done. Okay, now we will invite 3F Muhammad Raif. Sorry, Muhammad Raif and Lee Qiao Yi. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Raif and I am from 3F. And I'm Xiao Yi from 3F. Today we're presenting the story The Little Mermaid. Once upon a time, a little mermaid named Ariel frolicked below the ocean. She loved to explore sunken ships and look for lost objects. She called out to her friend, Flounder, a yellow fish. Come on, Flounder. I'm sure this oval has lots of human treasures aboard. I'm not going in there. It's spooky. Don't be such a gawky. Follow me. When Ariel swam into the ship's cabin, she discovered a fork. Oh my gosh, have you seen anything so wonderful? Soon, Ariel arrived at an undersea grotto where she kept her treasure from the human world. That night, Ariel saw shimmering lights over the ocean. She and Flounder went up to investigate. At the water's surface, they found Scuttle flying over a large sailing ship. Ariel peered in amazement at the young man on the deck. I've never seen a human this close. He's very handsome. She watched as Eric's advisor, Grimsby, presented the prince with a birthday gift. Meanwhile, Far beneath the ocean, the wicked sea witch Ursula used the magic to spy on Ariel. Ursula was bitter because King Triton had banished her from the kingdom for her evil doing. My, the daughter of the great sea king Triton is in love with a human. This headstrong lovesick girl may be the key for my revenge on Triton.
On the surface, a sudden storm whipped across the ocean. The prince took charge. Stand fast! Secure the rigging! Without warning, a huge bolt of lightning struck the vessel. Ariel watched in horror.
Eric sprang out into the water. I've got to save him. With a raging storm swirling around her, Ariel desperately searched for Eric. If I don't find him soon, wait, there he is! Using all her strength, Eric pulled the unconscious prince to the water surface.
As the storm calmed down, Ariel dragged the unconscious prince to the shore.
He's still breathing. He's alive.
Just then, a crab named Sebastian scuttled across the sand. He was the Sea King's music director and advisor. Ariel, stay away from the human. Your father forbids contact with them, remember?
But Sebastian, why can't I be part of his work? And with that, Ariel sang about longing to be with Prince Eric forever. Back at the king's palace, King Triton noticed that his daughter was swimming around as she was in a dream. Suspicious about his daughter's behavior, King Triton summoned Sebastian.
The crab told the truth about the shipwreck and the prince. Ariel is in love with a human? King Triton went straight to Ariel's grotto. How many times have I told you to stay away from that fish-eating barbarians? Humans are dangerous.
But Daddy, what's wrong?
King Triton would not listen. Raising his trident, the Sea King destroyed all of Ariel's human treasures. Then he stormed off, leaving the little mermaid in tears.
As she wept, two eels came up and startled her. Don't be scared. We know someone who can help you. They told her that they've been sent by Ursula, who could use her powers to solve Ariel's problems.
Ariel was so upset that she followed the eels to Ursula's den. The sea witch offered Ariel a deal.
I will grant you 3 days as a human to win your prince. Before the 3rd day on sunset, you must get him to kiss you. If you do, he's yours forever. If you don't, you're mine.
Ariel took a deep breath and nodded. The sea witch smiled deviously.
Ooh, yes, I almost forgot. We haven't discussed payment. I don't want much. All I want is your voice.
Ariel agreed and Ursula completed the spell. The evil witch captured Ariel's ball in a seashell locket and turned the mermaid into a human. With the help of Sebastian and Thunder, Ariel used her new legs to swim awkwardly to shore. She wrapped herself in an old sail. Then she saw Prince Eric walking toward her with his dog. Max, down. I'm awfully sorry, miss. Ariel opened her mouth to answer. Forgetting that her voice was gone, Eric helped her to her feet. Well, the least I can do is make amends for my dog's bad manners. Come on, I'll take you to the palace and get you cleaned up. The following afternoon, Eric took Ariel for a rowboat ride across a lagoon. Sebastian knew that Ariel had only one more day to get the prince to kiss her, or she would become Ursula's prisoner forever. As the prince bent toward her, the boat suddenly tipped, and both Ariel and Eric fell into the water.
Meanwhile, Ursula was watching Ariel from her secret den. That was too close for comfort. I can't let Ariel get away that easily. She began conducting a spell that would turn her into a human. Soon, Triton's daughter will be mine.
The next morning, Scuttle flew into Ariel's room. The prince had announced his wedding. Ariel's heart skipped a beat at the thought of
that she had won Eric's love. But when she hurried downstairs, she saw him introducing Grimsby to a mystery dark-haired maiden. Eric was heartbroken.
Who was this woman that Prince Eric had suddenly fallen in love with?
A little while later, Ariel and her friends were watching the wedding ship leave the harbor. Suddenly, Scuttle crash landed beside them. When I flew over the boat, I saw Vanessa's reflection in a mirror. She's the sea witch in disguise. Flounder helped Ariel swim out to the ship as fast as possible. They arrived just before sunset. Before Vanessa could say I do, Scuttle and an army of his friends attacked her. In the scuffle, the maiden's seashell necklace crashed to the deck, freeing Ariel's voice. Ariel smiled at the prince.
Oh, Eric, I wanted to tell you, it's too late. The sun has set.
As Ariel felt her body changing back into a mermaid, Ursula pulled her into the water. King Triton confronted the sea witch and made a deal with her to take his daughter's place as Ursula's slave. Instantly, he lost powers and turned into a helpless sea creature. Ursula became the queen of the ocean. Just then, Prince Eric threw a harpoon at the sea witch to try to stop her, but it simply grazed her arm. Ursula snatched up the king's powerful trident.
You little fool.
All of a sudden, Ursula turned into an enormous monster and stirred the waters into a deadly whirlpool. Several old sunken ships rose to the surface. The prince struggled aboard one of them and plunged the sharp prow through the sea ocean, destroying her. The mighty force sent Eric flying into the ocean, but he managed to swim to shore before collapsing in exhaustion. King Triton was transformed back into a merman and regained his power. Moments later, as the unconscious prince lay on the beach, Ariel perched on a rock and gazed at him. King Triton and Sebastian watched from afar. She really does love him, doesn't she, Sebastian? The Sea King wanted his daughter to be happy, so he waved his trident and Ariel was once again a human. They lived happily ever after.
The end.
Okay, thank you, Raif and Xiao Yi. Now let's welcome 3F, Ming Xuan and Aisha Ishana.
Good afternoon, teachers and friends. My name is Aisha, and he's Mingshen. Today we'll be reading to you Auntie Postman. We hope you will enjoy the story. Once, when Mommy and I went to collect our mail, a strange lady was opening our mailbox. I told Mommy about it, but she didn't seem shocked. Instead, she told me to look at what the lady was doing. Letters and parcels in a big box labeled mail. Oh, this is our postman. What does your postman look like? Is he tall or plump? Is he tan or fair skinned? Does he carry his mail in a bag or in a sack? Our postman is a pigtail lady who delivers around my neighborhood on her bicycle. I call her Auntie Postman. I love watching Auntie sort the mail. She's fast. If there was a postman competition, Auntie would surely win. Auntie delivers parcels to my block too. She lets me tag along sometimes. One day, Auntie trolley broke, so Mommy and I helped her to carry a heavy parcels from the lift to a unit. After we rang the doorbell, it took a while before a sleepy and grumpy lady opened the door. She ordered us to leave the parcels by her doorstep, and we went back in without saying thank you. I was shocked because Mommy teaches me to always say kind words. On another day, Auntie came knocking anxiously on our door. One of our neighbors had a mailbox that was full. It looked like it had not been opened in a while. The mailbox belonged to an elderly man who lived alone, so we went to investigate. We found out that Grandpa Raj had been in a car accident a few months earlier. He was too sad and in too much pain to leave the house. Mommy and Daddy helped to deliver meals to him every week. Soon, more neighbors heard about Grandpa Raj and joined in to help. One afternoon, Auntie did not arrive at the usual hour. Instead, I spotted her at the void deck. She was taking a break from delivering many parcels during the Christmas season. Her knees were in pain. Auntie, why do you like being a postman? I asked. I like how every letter and package tells a story, she answered. I think of the happy faces of those who receive a long-awaited letter from loved ones far away. Delivering this joy makes me happy too. That evening, while Mommy typed out an email, I wrote a letter of my own. The next time we met Auntie, she showed us her brand new scooter. She said the post office heard about her painful knees and replaced her bicycle with the scooter. I wonder who told them about it, she said. Auntie Postman is not just someone who delivers mail. She is our neighborhood news reporter and watchman, but more than that, she is our family friend. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story.
Okay, thank you very much, Ming Xuan and Aisha. Now we will take some time to discuss and then we'll let you know the winners, okay?
We will inform the P3 of the winners tomorrow. Thank you.